Now, ladies and gentlemen, after what feels like eternity, but really just a 2-day hiatus, Valve have finally updated CS2. For those wondering, the Michael Jackson lean, or what the devs call the smooth criminal, has officially been removed. After days of DPR updates stacked, finally got the official release alongside an insanely chunky blog post. For today's video, we're going to look over exactly that, the most recent update, break down the blog post, and take a look at some big changes inside CS2. Now, today's video sponsor is Skins Monkey. Skins Monkey is a buying and trading marketplace for your CS items. It makes a safe and easy way to trade out your inventory for something new. By using my code MANDO, you can get a deposit bonus of 35% alongside a free $5 in your first trade, with a max bonus if you spend $100 or more. With a large variety of skins, deposit options, alongside daily, weekly, and monthly giveaways, they're doing a great job rivaling other competition. If interested, it'll be at the top of the link in the description below. So firstly, for today's video, let's take a look at the DPR updates, the tweet, the community reaction, the blog post, and we'll go from there. One of the things that surprised me this week was how few updates we actually got. Other days throughout the past few weeks, we'd get sometimes 1 to 2 a day. This week it slowed down with 2 to 3. And I don't believe Valve is probably going to update on the weekends unless something is absolutely broken. But to be fair, the update we got 2 days ago was extremely small, possibly the smallest I've ever seen, at least in CS2. And today is a whole nother world. It's definitely up there with the top 5 largest blog posts we've yet to see. So where did this start? We discussed the DPR updates, Valve put out a tweet, patch notes are up for today, and the community's reaction was somewhat to be expected. With a bigger blog post and what seems to be a semi-global phenomenon at this point in CS2, the smooth criminal, with that being fixed, Valve putting it as their banner, I think it just gained a lot of traction from that. And obviously there's no new content for those wondering as well. Now let's hop into the blog post. This is October 12th, 2023 at around 6 p.m. For the gameplay category, when a server disagrees about a player's loadout, such as when a match starts during a patch, the buy menu will now reflect the server authoritative loadout. Fixed a case where players could clip through ceilings. That's still happening, I believe. Made adjustments to character shaders to improve player visibility, which is always nice because we all know when they introduced agents, that was a whole different story. In the animation category, fixed this smooth criminal foot pinning bug. Adjusted team select and team intro knife animations to work with shadow daggers. So when you load into a game, shadow daggers were completely broken or just wouldn't show up. For the maps category, there is various bug fixes and tweaks to Inferno, Mirage, Nuke, Overpass, and Vertigo, so pretty much every map. In the miscellaneous category, they added some player colors, a new HUD color, and would also match your spectator's target player color in competitive modes. They fixed and also changed some default settings, added a large player count setting to place avatars with team player count in the mini scoreboard during the active portion of the rounds. For me personally, I always use this in CSGO and I love that it's here now. The player avatars are nice, but I just like seeing the numbers. It's easier for me to just see well right there. Now they also fixed a bug with graffitis. I had this bug quite a bit, including a lot of my friends, people on Twitter, and you guys probably have too, where it just wouldn't spray itself wherever you put it. And sometimes it would be completely broken. You could do it right after you spray another one, so there wouldn't be any timer. You kind of get it. There was also various bug fixes and tweaks to weapon finishes and stickers, which we will touch on later in the video of what actually got changed. And lastly for the blog post is workshop tools. Now I personally don't know a whole lot about this, but the fact this has its own category, they are adding things that we can actually see, not just through a shadow update and people don't really know about. This tells me Valve is preparing for community servers, workshop maps, all these different things to work with CS2 how they did in CSGO. When will that be? I have no idea, but I think it's coming up pretty soon when you're going to be actually able to. Now concluding the blog post, what were some of the biggest takeaways? Now this wasn't actually included, but it was in the update. ThorCS actually pointed this out, so go check him out. I wanted to test this out for myself, but apparently you can no longer boost and bamboozle the enemy on triple box on A-Site Mirage. Now not everyone would do this. This is kind of one of those things you would only do every once in a while or show someone brand new to the game that they can actually do it. I'm not sure if this is a bug or not. That piece of wood that you would kind of edge yourself into to get on top of the box is just no longer there. It is, but the model itself, you just go right through it. And like we talked about in the blog post, there was a bunch of skin changes and also stickers. Now thanks to Arrow, he pointed them all out. Go check him out to view the rest, but here's some of the biggest and best changes according to him. You have the M4A4 Eye of Horus, which we all know they came out in the Anubis package. It doesn't look too much different or better per se, at least that's in my opinion. I just think it looks more saturated, looks a little bit more vibrant, which is to be expected inside CS2. The Autotronics look a little bit different. I'm not sure what this float actually is that he's showing in the picture, but let's just say this is field tested minimum wear. It looks like they darken the white part or the silver part of the blade a little bit more, which is more looking like CSGO than it is CS2, where it was completely silver or even white in some cases, or it looked like it anyway. The Glock Bunsen burner received a buff, which is always nice to see. This is a pretty good looking skin, especially for a blue. Kind of looks like a Twilight Galaxy in a way, besides the actual burning part on the end of the weapon. And lastly is the Desert Eagle print stream. Now from this update, it looks a lot more like CSGO, where it looks like it's more faded, looks like an actual print stream. It looks like there's a little bit more wear to it as well, which I've been also noticing that with every CS2 update. Either if it's the shadow update, not included in the blog post, or even has its own section, these skin changes are making the skins look like they have wear. That's one of the biggest problems inside CS2 is skins that have transferred over and they haven't fixed yet or looked at. They either look factory new when they're like field tested, or they look battle scarred when they're field tested in minimal wear. And lastly, from this most recent update, on the main page of CS, they have changed the little icon down at the bottom to what looks like a little picture. This changes your background, your agent, takes you to your loadout. So I'm wondering if they're going to start changing things like this in the future to different icons because it's a brand new game. Now to conclude today's video, hopefully we get more updates like this later next week and possibly a new case since we're very long overdue. I'll catch you guys in the next one. Stay positive, sexy. I'm out, guys. Peace.